Hello, beautiful people. You're listening to Random Talk with Angie, the podcast where we explore the fascinating aspects of life, discussing anything and everything. I'm Ngozi Obiefuna, and I would love to thank you for listening today. In today's episode, we're going to talk about the importance of celebrating milestones, and this one is dear to my heart because on the 31st of December 2022, I decided to begin the Random Talk with Angie podcast, and tomorrow being the 31st of December 2023, Random Talks with Angie would be a year old. Wow, what a year it has been, and this is our 12th episode. So what are milestones? They are those moments in life when we accomplish something meaningful, whether it's personal or professional, big or small, planned or unplanned. They can be anything from finishing a degree, getting a raise, tying the knot, welcoming a new member to the family, starting a venture, publishing a work, or even just making it through a tough year, or as I would commonly say, a shege-filled year. Milestones are valuable because they show our progress, our growth, and our success. They also allow us to reflect, appreciate, and celebrate ourselves and others. You see, there's this special joy in recognizing our progress, and as the legendary Maya Angelou once said, we may encounter many defeats, but we must not be defeated. Every obstacle overcome, every barrier broken, they are all milestones. These triumphs, no matter how small, build our resilience. They help us value our struggles more, and they give us hope for the future. You're thinking to yourself, what is there to celebrate? There is no milestone to celebrate. You really do not have to wait till you achieve that top goal you've been aiming for or you've been gunning for. As little as being able to achieve a particular goal, even if it's not part of the top 10 on your list. It could be that you want to start a business, but you do not have the funds you've been aiming for. At least you have a portion of it. Celebrate that you're able to start that business, and trust that as you go about your work diligently, it will expand in the coming months or years as the case may be. Fine, you may not have bought the car or the house or done the necessary investments that you really wanted to do, maybe due to lack of funds or maybe due to reasons best known to you, but which may or may not be your fault. Celebrate the milestone. Celebrate the first step that you have achieved so far. So you relocated to another country or state or region this year, but you're just thinking to yourself that, I have not hit that dream job yet. Celebrate the fact that you are able to successfully relocate. Celebrate the fact that you are able to get the funds needed for such move. Let's also remember the wisdom of Oprah Winfrey, who tells us that the more you praise and celebrate your life, the more there is in life to celebrate. Celebrating milestones isn't just about the result itself. It's about honoring the efforts, the growth, and the lessons learned along the way. It's about being proud of ourselves and our journey. And if we're pleased with our accomplishments, we would find it easier to take on new challenges with a greater resolve. I invite you to think about a recent milestone in your life. It could be a new career, a personal achievement, or even a moment of self-discovery. Recall how that felt. The pure joy, the sense of accomplishment when you discovered who you really are, what your purpose in life is. That feeling is worth cherishing. And you know what? You deserve it. You worked hard for it. You earned it. I had a conversation with my brother a few weeks back where we talked about how the year has been, and he reminded me of the need to celebrate myself no matter the milestone that I have achieved or the milestones I am yet to achieve. And during the course of the conversation, he said, Ngozi, you need to get yourself a gift. You may not exactly be where you plan to be at the end of the year, but one thing is for sure, you survived all the obstacles and all the shaggy, all the troubles that came with the year 2023. But why do we sometimes downplay our milestones? Maybe it's societal pressure, the fear of appearing arrogant, or maybe we're just too busy. We're just too busy trying to achieve the next milestone that we forget to celebrate the present one that we just achieved. But my dear friends, celebrating milestones isn't about showing off. It's about acknowledging your efforts and motivating others to do the same. It's about sharing your joy and spreading positivity. It's about being grateful and humble. And so if you need something to reflect on, gratitude, do well to listen to the very first episode of this podcast, where I took you through a journey of self-reflection on the topic gratitude. So let's dig into the science of celebration. Did you know that celebrating milestones stimulates the release of dopamine, the feel-good hormone? It's like a surge of positivity, a little reward from your brain to say, hey, you're awesome. So why deprive ourselves of that natural boost? Celebrating milestones also boosts our self-esteem, our confidence, and our motivation. It reinforces our belief in ourselves and our abilities, and it makes us happier and healthier. We're always quick to think and ponder on the things we did not achieve, while we forget to celebrate the small wins, the planned and the unplanned wins. Now, I'd love to share a quote from the brilliant Brené Brown, who says, "Connection is why we're here. It's what gives purpose and meaning to our lives." Celebrating milestones is a wonderful way to connect, not just with ourselves, but with those around us. It creates a wave of positivity and encourages a shared journey towards success. It also strengthens our relationships, our bonds, and our sense of belonging. It makes us feel supported and appreciated. It makes us feel alive. I remember one time I was so hyped about a friend's birthday, and she went on to say, "I don't understand why you're so excited about it. It's just a birthday." And I said, "Well, birthdays are big deals for me. I'm always so grateful that while you're alive to witness yet another birthday, that's a milestone worth celebrating. You don't necessarily need to throw a party. You don't necessarily need to, blow it all up, but celebrating the fact that you're alive, that's a milestone. The fact that you're a year older, that's a milestone to celebrate. Celebrating the fact that you just got a job, that's a milestone to celebrate. It may not necessarily be the job that you've been wanting and praying for all your life, but you can start from there and celebrate your small win while working diligently to achieve the bigger milestones and celebrating them. So here's an idea. Let's redefine success. It's not just about the big wins, it's about the daily victories, the progress made, and the resilience shown. It's about the journey and not the destination. It's about the quality and not quantity. As Ralph Waldo Emerson wisely puts it, do not go where the path may lead. Go instead where there is no path and leave a trail. Celebrate the trail you are blazing. Celebrate the unique and amazing person you are. Before we end the celebration-themed episode, as I would love to go celebrate Random Talks with Angie at 1 with my family, let me leave you with a nugget of wisdom from the iconic Dr. Zoyce. Sometimes the questions are complicated and the answers are simple. Life is full of complexities, but celebrating milestones, well, that's the simpler answer to a happier, more fulfilled life. It's the answer to living in the present, enjoying the moment, and appreciating the journey. It's the answer to loving ourselves and others more. I'd love to say a big thank you to Choma, Good News, Justin, Peter, Truby, and all those who have been very instrumental in the success of Random Talks with Angie during this past 12 months. And that's it, dear listeners. Another episode of Random Talks with Angie, celebrating the journey we're all on. Remember, life is a collection of moments. So what are you doing? Celebrate yourself. Take yourself out. Spoil yourself indoors. Anyhow you want to do it. Just remember, big and small, planned, unplanned, organized, spontaneous, each one is worthy of celebration. Until next time, stay kind, stay inspired, and keep celebrating those milestones. Have a beautiful 2024.